What's going on? What's going on? On my way to get these patients done so I can end my workday as fast as humanly possible. But while we're getting there, let's hit up with a video. So today I want to talk about Devin Haney and a couple of comments that he made. I guess it doesn't pertain to Tank Davis. And we know there's been kind of things going back and forth with them due to the fact that Floyd Mayweather's been training, I guess, Devin Haney, and Tank being signed to him, he's taken, he's not happy about that. He's kind of seen it as if the person that's supposed to have his back is kind of like working with the enemy, I guess you could say. Even though Devin Haney's been with, has been in the Mayweather gym and everything like that for a long time, at the end of the day, he's shooting, he's somebody that you could say is someone that Tank could end up having to fight. So you're helping him and giving him all these tools, to possibly help him against your fighter. That fighter's going to take it a certain type of way. But that's not what I really want to talk about. What I want to talk about is that one of the comments that Devin Haney made was that, Floyd Mayweather was passing the torch to him, and that, Tank just needed to deal with that. That the torch is being passed to him. And my thing about that is, like, I'm going to call BS on that. When it comes to this torch passing thing, the torch is not something that's passed when it comes to this. It's taken. It's kind of like when there's a lion, and he's ahead of the pack, strong. He's been running it for whatever long it is, 10, 15 years, whatever long he's been, on top of that pack. He starts to get older, maybe he gets an injury, whatever it might be, he doesn't get to just say, okay, then you're my successor. You're the one that's going to lead this pack after me, Mufasa. You're going to rule the Prime Lands once I'm gone. It doesn't work that way. What happens is another, strong lion, or sometimes with these young lions now, even the lions on some BS, they'll gang up, will be like 2-3 of them, and they'll take over the pack. You know what I'm saying? That's what they'll do. They'll just take over the pack, and they'll move that main lion out of there. Either that or they'll kill him. One of the two. They'll tear up all his cubs, get rid of all of them, and then after that, they'll start building their own legacies with that pack. That's how they do it. And when it comes to boxing, it's the same thing. It's never given to you. It's something that you take, something that you earn. No one can give it. No one gave it to Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather earned it, taking on the Chanero Hernandez, Diego Corrales, Jose Castillo, the Endoms, the Chop Corleys, the Bays, taking on all of them, taking on the Zab Judah, the Boldemirs, the Arturo Gotti, and putting himself into a space where now fighting him was a monstrous fight, where everybody saw him as the best in the world, regardless of what anybody had to say about him, whether they liked him or they didn't like him. They were put into a space where they had to acknowledge his greatness. And in doing so, he put himself into a space where Oscar De La Hoya was looking at like, that's a big bag. That's a $70+ million bag. That's why he got that shot. He took on those hard fights, built himself up, built his foundation, and then put himself into a space where, you're either gonna fight me and I'm gonna get this bag, or I'm still gonna submit myself, take over this, and make this bag without you. Because even without Oscar De La Hoya, people have this perception that he needed Oscar De La Hoya to become as big as he did. 24/7 made him for what's going to push Floyd Mayweather to the edge, push him to a whole other level. If that 24/7 was against Ricky Hatton, if that 24/7 was against Shane Mosley, whoever it was, he was still going to be pushed to those heights. He put himself into a space where they could no longer deny him anymore. Then he jumps up 2 weight classes and takes on Oscar De La Hoya at 154 pounds and then beats him. What? Where everybody expected him to lose, because that's what made that fight so big too. Oscar De La Hoya didn't make that fight. It was a fight where Floyd Mayweather had just jumped up to 147, taking on 2 guys, and now he was jumping right up to 154 pounds in a fight where he was going to be outweighed by 20 plus pounds You know, against somebody who had a good jab, box, top 10 pound for pound at the time, and it was at the top of his game since he got with Floyd Mayweather Sr. That's what he was facing, and everybody thought he was going to lose and expected him to lose, and it was pushing for him to lose. And he went there and he took that crown. Okay? He took it and became what he was. Deontay Wilder wasn't given anything. Deontay Wilder had to go out there and he had to take it in order to, even though he lost in his last fight, he had put himself into a certain space, into a certain level where, you know, he pretty much was the biggest star pretty much in boxing. He had got himself to that level. You know, where people are offering him the 120, 130, 140 million dollar deals, where the entire conversation, whether it be negative or positive, which it was all about him pretty much, where most of the boxing traffic was about him. And he did so by cementing himself and putting himself there, by taking on a Luis Ortiz, a fight people thought he was going to lose, regardless of what they say now. By taking on a Tyson Fury, winning the first fight, and then putting himself into those two dangerous fights again. The only two guys that have a chance of beating him, he put himself into that mix, not once but twice. And he's about to do it a third time. And he forced people to recognize his greatness. He forced it. It wasn't given to him, he forced it. If Devin Haney wants to be the likes of a Floyd Mayweather, that's what he's going to have to do. You know, just to talk, that's not going to cut it. You know, supposedly wanting to fight this guy, wanting to fight guy, that's not going to do it. You're going to have to make fights happen. And if certain guys don't want to fight you, then you're going to have to make other moves. Whether it be that going to 140 and taking on the two champions up there and putting yourself in a position to face them, the Taylors, you know, the Ramirez. Doing that, going up to 147 and taking on those monsters. You're going to have to walk that same walk that Floyd Mayweather did. You're going to have to build that foundation like he built that foundation. By your age, Floyd Mayweather was already champion and had already taken on more top 10 pound for pound guys and beat them. You know? So no one's going to be able to give them, regardless of how bad a Floyd might want to give you that title, he's not going to be able to do that. You're going to, and I'll say it again for the third, fourth time, you're going to have to build that same foundation that he did. You're going to have to take those same risks that he did. And cement yourself to the point where it can no longer be denied. And you're going to have to get a move on and start making those moves. Like, subscribe, share. I'm out.